What is going on, everybody? ZyoniK here, and in today's video we are going to be taking a look at some of my battles that I've been doing over the last week. I haven't done a lot of battles, right? Master League has been kind of tough. I don't know about you guys, but I know a lot of people are absolutely loving Master League and they're climbing ridiculously high, and some of us are just, you know, back and forth. I've literally been teetering around 2,500 all of last week, but this week I was able to kind of break through that and start to climb with the team that we see here today. So quick little mention here, this team that I ran, when I ran it, the ELO system, meaning your rating, right? So if you're rank 8 or rank 9 and you have, like, you know, 2,300 rating, for example, wasn't boosted when I ran this team. It was boosted this morning when I ran it for a couple games, yesterday when I ran it for a couple games, but I went up and down real quick. So currently the rating system, before, if you did a 5-0, you'd get maybe like 20-30 points. Now if you do a 5-0, you get 90 points plus, like 70 to 90 points. It's absolutely ridiculous. On the flip side of that, if you get a 1-4-0-5, you drop that much as well. So this team was run before that, which is why I said it was like a slow and steady climb. We went from like 2,400 to 2,600 basically, or 2,593. So we're going to talk about this team, why I built it the way it is, and how it did for me, and kind of what are the big things you guys got to watch out for, or in that case, what you guys should run to counter this team. Now this team overall, the record I had with it was 22-8, which is pretty good. I did 6 sets overall with it, and it was a lot of fun, but the biggest hindrance to this team is a Togekiss that hides in the back, right? That's the biggest hindrance, and I faced it a few times, and we'll see one of the battles here today and why it's so devastating, and that's basically because our backline is extremely weak to Charm. That's just basically it, but I didn't see it that much, which is why this team did so well. So we have Togekiss on the lead, right? Very, very strong, and your biggest losses that you guys are going to be those steals, right? That Magnezone and Metagross, which are going to be the most common. Now we have Garchomp as a hard cover there, and we have Machamp as the safe swap, and we are running it with the close combat instead of cross chop for 2 reasons. First, people don't expect close combat, and it does so much damage, so when people safe swap into a Snorlax, they typically will not shield because a cross chop will not KO the Snorlax right away. You're going to have to get off multiple, but close combat does, which is why we run that. On top of that, it does so well at closing in clutch situations, which we are going to see today. And I'm also running Earthquake on Garchomp. So many Metagross are just trained to not shield the first charge move because it's most likely going to be a Sand Tomb. So I land a lot of free Earthquakes, which was really, really awesome. So this team was fun to run. Like I said, big weakness is going to be Togekiss in the back, and there's really not a lot you can do to that. Once you see that Togekiss and your own Togekiss is gone, it's over. There's really nothing you can do, but I didn't see it that much. So let me know what you guys think about this team and these battles, but let's go ahead and get right into the video. Okay, getting into these battles. This was definitely a lot of fun, and I'm pulling battles from the whole climb. Now, mind you guys, this climb was done before the boost to the ELO rating. If you guys haven't noticed that you can get like 90 points for a 5-0 now, this was not done during that. So we have a really bad lead, a Shadow Magnezone. We swap into Machamp, and they have a Shadow Gardevoir as well. So this is where Machamp, the reason why it's such a great safe swap with this team is because Rock Slide is going to be hitting super effective or neutral against things that are going to be coming in. Typically, Gyarados, Dragonite, and Togekiss is what you're going to see, which is where that Rock Slide is for. So now we're going to let the timer go down, and we're going to go ahead and bring in our own Togekiss right there and just farm down. Now, like I said, this team is weak to a Togekiss in the back, but as long as there's not a Togekiss in the back, it does really well. So they're going to go ahead and throw a charge move. We're not going to shield right here. We're going to go ahead and let it go through, and it's going to be a Mirror Shot. We don't have our Switch Clock back up, so hopefully we can get to an Ancient Power right here. Hopefully this gets a shield. Maybe they weren't counting right. Either way, we're going to throw the Ancient Power and swap now, which we do get a shield. Fantastic. And we're going to swap into our Garchomp right here. Charge move now coming through. Mirror Shot, Wild Charge. You guys don't have to shield it. It's not going to do a lot of damage. Mirror Shot again, not a lot of damage. And they have a Shadow Swampert in the back. Now, what's great about this team is running Outrage and Earthquake. So many people are guessing, is it a Sand Tomb? Is it not? You can just go ahead and throw the charge move and make them guess. So we're going to overload on energy, making them think, okay, he's probably going to go for a Sand Tomb first. We just go straight Outrage, and this is going to one-shot the Swampert. And then the Magnezone is going to come back in, and we are going to finish it off. And that is going to be a good battle there. So let's go ahead and move into the next one. So yeah, we're going to see the Togekiss in the back as well. It's going to be pretty obvious. But what's great here is what I recognized, which is why I ran Close Combat, is we have Togekiss on Dragonite, a common lead you guys will see. And I think this is actually Metagross safe swap. So they swap into Metagross, so we instantly go into the Garchomp. Now, from my experience this last week, everyone is just not shielding. They're not shielding Earthquake. So we're going to give them a false sense of hope. We're not going to shield right here. Let the Meteor Mash hit, because this lets them think, hey, I don't have to shield the first Sand Tomb. I can commit to the farm down. And we just throw the Earthquake. We just throw it, no bait, and we land it. Boom, there we go. Flip the matchup, which is great for us. We are going to see the Dragonite now come back in. And the Dragonite is going to be able to finish us off with that Dragon Breath right there, which is fine. Now, a lot of people are running Dragonite double Steel, which is why we have this team, right? Togekiss double anti-Steel, basically. So we are going to see a charge move now come through. It's likely going to be the Hurricane coming up right here. It's going to be doing neutral damage. If you are running Dragonites, be sure to have that Hurricane if you can, because it can do this much damage to Togekiss. That's a lot. I'm anticipating a swap. Here comes the Magnezone, and we're going to bring in our Machamp right here and just farm down. Now, if they throw the Wild Charge, that's perfectly fine, but we're just going to go ahead and throw a Rock Slide right here just to make them shield, and then yeah, they do shield, and then they're likely going to be able to get two back-to-back Wild Charges right here, so we're just going to go ahead and shield. Now, we still have our Togekiss in the back, and then it is going to be a Wild Charge, so we should be able to finish off with one fast move, which we do, and then we are going to see the Dragonite come in back in, but they are going to surrender right there, so that is going to be a good battle. All right, moving into the next one. We have Togekiss on the lead versus Metagross. Okay, so another lead loss, same thing. You swap into the Machamp right away, and you're going to draw out something. And I noticed a lot of people are running this Conkeldurr, and you can actually flip this matchup because of Close Combat, or you get both shields. That's huge. So Dynamic Punch is going to be coming through. We are going to have to shield this. So you just build up to 2 Close Combats, and most people are anticipating the Cross Chop. So we're just going to go ahead and go for Close Combat right here. This is definitely going to KO if they don't shield. If they do, we have another one right away. So there we go. We get one shield. Great. We're going to go for another one right here. This will be getting the second shield or KOing. And we do get the second shield, so that's beautiful. And then they're going to be able to finish us off with one fast move. So now we're going to bring in our Togekiss. They have no shields, which is where Garchomp can really sweep endgame. So we're going to go ahead and bring in the Togekiss right here and farm down. Now, I know Stone Edge is coming through, but it's not enough to KO the Togekiss, and I need that shield for the Garchomp. So Stone Edge comes through. We're anticipating a swap. They don't swap. The second that Metagross comes back in, we're going right into our Garchomp, and they swap into a Hydreigon, and we're just going to go for Outrage. I ran into this a lot where they have Metagross and Dragonite as well, and the same thing happens. You one-shot because you're ahead on energy, and the Metagross is going to come back in, and this is why there's an Earthquake as well for situations like this. If we had Sand Tomb, we couldn't finish this match off, but since we don't have Sand Tomb, we have Earthquake, we can safely shield, and then go for the Earthquake right here, and that's going to be a good battle. So I ran into this situation multiple times, but it wasn't Hydreigon in the back, it was Dragonites. So that's a good battle. That's exactly how we do it. All right, let's move into the next one. I think this is going to be the Swampert one here. And like I said, these battles are from all over. This is not one full set right here. I just kind of pulled some of the best battles to give you guys examples of how I ran this team. So we have Togekiss on the lead versus Swampert. Yeah, this is the bag one. Okay, so if you see Swampert leads, typically they're going to have a Togekiss in the back. That's what I learned early. And you can't really stay in this matchup. And you can stay in it for a little while and hope they just go for straight Hydro Cannon right here. But you got to swap out. You got to swap out. And you guys are going to see what happens when you don't swap out. So I'm just going to build up. I'm guessing they don't have Sludge Wave. Maybe they do, and they just went for the Hydro Cannon first. So we're just going to go for Ancient Power right here. We don't get a shield as well. No boost either. And I'm guessing this is going to be another Hydro Cannon, so we're not going to shield. But it is going to be a Sludge Wave. So well played to my opponent. But this is where Togekiss in the back just destroys you. You can't stay in there with Togekiss on the Swampert. And I learned that after this battle, right? I adjusted my play. but I happen to not record able to flip it, but it's still tough. If there's a Togekiss in the back, that's what this team is weak to, and as you guys are going to see, Togekiss comes in, there's literally nothing we can do. They have 2 shields. Outrage is going to be resisted. Rock Slide is the only thing we can do super effective damage with, but we are just going to get absolutely chunked. Look at that. We're not even, I don't even know if we can get to 1 Rock Slide. We barely get to 1 Rock Slide in time. This is obviously going to be shielded. There's no reason why they wouldn't shield right here, so they do shield. They're going to finish us off. And we're just gonna, yeah, it's over. No need to shield right here. The game's over. So well played to my opponent. Let's go ahead and move into the next one, shall we? So we have Togekiss on the lead versus Togekiss. So in this matchup, you guys gotta win it. You gotta win it because if you catch a Togekiss on the lead, as long as you get this out of the way, you have a high chance of winning the end game with your Garchomp and Machamp. So we're just gonna go straight for Ancient Power, and we have to shield right here. Like I said, you have to win this matchup, otherwise your Charm's gonna get absolutely destroyed. Or not your Charm, your Charm's gonna destroy our backline, right, from the previous game. So now we're gonna be going for Ancient Power right here. It gets the shield as well, and then Charm is just gonna chunk down. We're gonna KO each other at the exact same time. So now we wait for the clock to come back down, and then typically I bring in the Garchomp to get ahead on energy. So I'm going to bring in Garchomp right here, and they bring in a Snorlax. So if I brought in Machamp, it would have been a good guess. But we're just going to stay in with Garchomp. We're going to go ahead and build up a lot of energy right here and then go for the Outrage. This is going to be doing some heavy neutral damage, and like I said, we don't have to, rely on Santum. We get the shield as well, which is fantastic, and then we're not going to shield right here. I don't believe I shield. No, we're not going to shield. It is going to be an Outrage, which is tough, but we're going to go ahead and swap into Machamp, and here comes a Swampert coming in. This is where close combat is so clutch. Cross Chop will not do enough damage to take out this Swampert, and we're going to go ahead and shield the Hydro Cannon, but if we can get to back right here, so I'm just going to go ahead and throw it, and we do get it in time. This is going to be enough damage to take out Swampert, which is fantastic. Close combat just does so much damage, and it closes so well. We're going to see the Snorlax come in. We're going to build up some more and then go for another close combat. And as you guys see, Snorlax is about maybe a little bit above 50% health, and this close combat just absolutely destroys it. And that is why I run close combat, for situations like that. Okay, let's move into the next one here. So let's see how this next battle goes. Yeah, this team was a lot of fun. Definitely took a lot of people by surprise with Machamp with close combat. I think we'll see a game here with Snorlax safe swap and why it's just so deadly. This might actually be this one. So we have Togekiss on the lead versus Metagross. Okay, no, it's not going to be that one. Same situation. Safe swap into the Machamp right here. Get ahead on energy. We see the Conkeldurr come back in. Is this the same battle from earlier? I'll have to check this during editing to see if it is. But okay, we're going to go ahead and shield. Yep, we're going to go ahead and shield and go for the back-to-back right here. And we'll be getting 2 shields. Imagine this is... Oh man, is this the same battle? It might actually be. So we're going to go ahead and go for close combat, right? We get 1 shield. We go for another close combat. This will be getting the 2nd shield. And then we'll have to see how we can handle this. So we get both shields. Beautiful. They're going to farm us down, which is totally fine. Togekiss is now going to come in and farm down. Again, we don't need to worry about the Stone Edge. Yes, it's going to hurt, but we don't need to shield. We have to save our shield for the Garchomp. And pray they don't have a Togekiss in the back. So they are going to throw the Stone Edge. And then they actually swap out. Okay, so this is not the same battle, all right, which is where we can bring in our Garchomp right here. And the key is to overload on energy, everyone, right? Garchomp ahead on energy, it does amazing. So we're going to go ahead and shield the Meteor Mash, and we're going to overload. So we're going to go past Earthquake a little bit, and then now we're going to throw the Earthquake, right? We can one-hit KO. The Metagross is stuck with no shields. So this will be taking it out, and then whatever's in the back we can hit pretty hard. It's going to be a Dragonite, which is why I said I saw this a lot. We go ahead and go for the Outrage. This is going to be one-shotting the Dragonite, which is why closing with a Garchomp is just so strong, especially when there's no Togekiss on the team, and we are going to see the Conkeldurr come back in. We're going to be able to get to the Outrage in time, or they're going to throw their energy. Either way, we win that battle, and that is going to be a good game. All right. So moving into the next battle here. I really want to show you guys when someone Snorlax safe swaps. Hopefully I put that in here. I believe I did. What is that name? Okay. Here we go. Togekiss on the lead versus Dragonite. Okay, so I think this is going to be a Snorlax safe swap. A lot of people run it. Yep, here comes the Snorlax. So this is exactly what Machamp is built for. Cross Chop is a pretty close fight, But if you build up right here, firstly, you don't need to shield Body Slam. Do not shield the Body Slam right here. It's going to do a decent amount of damage, but not a lot. And what you want to do is get the Snorlax to 50%, so right when you see the yellow basically, and go for close combat right here. Cross Chop will not KO from this range, so they typically don't shield. So we're going to go ahead and go for close combat, and boom, you just take it out. Here comes that Dragonite, and we have enough energy to get to the Rock Slide. It's exactly, this played out multiple times throughout my sets, and people love to run Snorlax paired with a Dragonite on the safe swap, and they're going to have a Metagross in the back. Magnezone or Metagross, that's guaranteed because of what Dragonite is weak to. So we're going to go ahead and bring in our Togekiss. We're not going to shield again. We need our shields here for the Garchomp versus the Metagross. I'm waiting for them to swap out. They're not swapping out. So we're going to go ahead and bring in our Garchomp, and there we go. There's the Metagross right here. So again, this is going to be pretty close. We do have 2 shields, but we're going to go straight for the Earthquake right here. They are likely going to shield, which is where Sand Tomb could really help out in this matchup, but we're just going to go for Earthquake. We do get the shield, and now you guys need to go for Outrages. So if you get that first shield, Outrage is actually going to do enough damage in tandem with your fast moves of Mudshot to actually take out the Metagross here. So we're going to be building up, and then we're going to go for the Outrage. Now we're going to have to shield right here, but basically we need to get a back-to-back Outrage. We need to get the final shield, and we need to KO. So we are going to go for Outrage right here. This should be getting the final shield. If they don't, I think we can finish off with fast moves. We do get the final shield, which is great, and then now we're going to be a race to the next charge move, and we're going to go ahead and go for the Outrage, and we basically tie right there, but because we have that higher attack, we're going to be able to finish off. This is going to be enough damage to finish off the Metagross, and that is going to be a good battle. So yeah, that is why I ran close combat. I noticed when not running close combat, they wouldn't shield and it wouldn't do enough damage, but then you can KO. So now we have Togekiss versus Togekiss on the lead again. Same thing, you guys definitely want to win this matchup. They're likely going to have something that's anti-steel in the back, so maybe like a Swampert, or even a Garchomp itself, but we're going to go ahead and go for the Ancient Power right here. This is going to be doing super effective damage in the matchup, and we do get a shield, no boost right there, and then we are going to go ahead and shield ourselves. Like I said, you got to eliminate this Togekiss, otherwise you have no chance. So we're going to go ahead and just farm down right now. And we might actually be able to win this with some extra health. We actually do. I had a bit higher stats, and then we are going to see a Swampert come in, but it is loading up on so much energy. We're going to go ahead and go for Ancient Power right here. I didn't think I maybe could get to a Flamethrower in time, but we're just going to chip away at the health and then going to finish off. But we chunked so much health, but it has so much energy. This is actually pretty deadly because of how much damage Swampert can do with the energy. We're going to go ahead and bring in our Garchomp right here. This could be an Earthquake coming through, but a lot of Swamperts run Sludge Wave, but it is actually an Earthquake. So fair enough, but we're going to go ahead and stay in this. A Hydro Cannon is now going to be coming through, and I believe I don't shield. Yeah, I don't shield. I risk it right here. We go ahead and go for the Hydro Cannon. I'm going to stay in this. Look to get to the Outrage in time. So we get to the Outrage before they get to Hydro Cannon. This should be getting the shield. If not, we'll have to see what is in the back. It doesn't get the shield, so now I need to swap right away, and it's going to be a Garchomp. Again, this is where close combat comes in clutch. Charge move now coming through. We cannot get hit with an Outrage, but that was pretty quick, and it's just a Sand Tomb. So if you're running the Garchomp, be sure to build up to Outrage, because I'm counting. I know these are Sand Tombs. I'm counting right here. These are not Outrages, so I'm not going to shield. So it's just another Sand Tomb, and we can build up to another close combat, and then this is basically where we have back-to-back, and we can KO from this range. Again, this is where close combat throws people off, and when you have back-to-back in a one-shield situation, you get the shield first, and then this close combat now will be KOing the Garchomp, or pretty much near KOing. Yeah, it KOs, and that's going to be a good battle. All right, let's move into the next one. So this team, like I said, is a lot of fun to run, and you catch a lot of good leads. So you have Machamp versus Togekiss here. This is solid for us. We're going to farm down. They're going to throw their Rock Slide, but we're not going to shield. We're not going to give that up. But what we can't do is let the Metagross come in and farm us down. We cannot let that happen. So we're going to farm down, and then we're going to swap if they bring in a Metagross. If the Metagross comes in or a Magnezone, we're swapping right away into the Machamp. We are going to see a Gyarados now come in. So we're going to go ahead and go for Rock Slide right here, right? Does super effective damage, and we have Garchomp in the back for that Magnezone, so things are looking absolutely beautiful. They don't shield as well, which is perfect. The game's basically over right here, right? I can bring in my Garchomp. We're not going to shield right here. I can bring in my Garchomp and just completely finish off this match. And we're just going to build up. We're going to go for Rock Slide right here. This should get a shield from them, or they're just going to rely on Magnezone to finish off this game. So they are going to rely on the Magnezone, which is fine with me. Like, go ahead, throw the energy. I have a Garchomp in the back. Which is just beautiful for us because Garchomp is just going to absolutely destroy it here. So we bring in the Garchomp, and that's basically a good game right there. So yeah, I think they do surrender. Yeah, that is going to be a good battle. All right, let's move into the next one here. Let's see. I think we have another one. Maybe? Do we? No, we don't. Okay, so yeah, had a lot of overall 22-8 with this team, climbed up to, I believe, 25-93 is where I was at. Also went on a 15-0 streak, which is really nice to start off. Had a lot of favorable leads, though. Faced a lot of Dragonites and Machamps on the lead in my early sets. And then faced some Magnezones and Metagross as well, which you guys saw some of those battles. I think this team has a lot of merit to it. Like I said, if you want to counter this team, keep a Togekiss hiding in the back, and that's basically what this team is weak to. But me personally, when running this team this week, I did not see that too often, which is why it worked out so well. Togekiss were typically on the lead or just not in the battle at all. And when they had like the Metagross on the lead like you saw, and we have shield advantage with a Garchomp endgame, it can do really, really well because they likely are pairing that with a Dragon. So yeah, this team was a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Let me know what you guys think about the team and these battles, and I hope your guys' final sets this weekend in the Master League go well, and I hope you guys are getting ready for all 3 leagues coming back on Monday, I believe. So I'm going to be diving into Great League heavy. I want to try a bunch of stuff because Great League is just so much fun. So like always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.